I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hey, this is Scott from the Learned Doctors and Made for Meteors, and you are watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, yes. Hello to Scott. And the reason I had him as the open this morning, my lighting. Let me just, that's terrible. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, there we go. I'm all discombobulated, but it is Thursday, Alive at 5 Thursday. Scott and our friends, the Learned Doctors, are playing at the final Alive at 5 because today is Thursday, October 3rd. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Good morning, Frederick. I got that all kerfuffled, but it's okay. It is Thursday. It is October 3rd, and you are watching Good Morning Frederick. I hope you are having a great morning so far. I want to thank everybody who turned up for the monthly networking at the Home of Everything Frederick last evening. Always a fun time. I still think it is one of the best out there for networking. It's chill, it's relaxed. You get to sit, you get to chat with people. I get to have meaningful conversations. And every single month since we started this in May, I have met somebody brand new that I never knew before, and at least one person or two. And now, it's really great. So I want to shout out Sheila. I met her. She's a nurse practitioner, operates out of 50 Citizens Way, right on Carroll Creek. And hopefully you'll be hearing a lot more from her and her business. And it was really nice to see Alex from Escape This and Level Up VR. We're going to be taking Mama Cone and Ash and I and Shannon and Tara are all going to do Level Up VR next week. And we'll tell you how it is. Apparently, it's different than more other virtual realities. Apparently, it's a team thing. So kind of like the escape room, apparently this virtual reality you can do together, which is awesome. I know I got the hair sticking up there, bothering me. All right. Anyway, so it was really nice to chat with Alex and see him. I haven't seen him for a while, and I wanted to let him know it's amazing. He's opened another business here in Frederick. All right, let's get the rundown of what is happening today. We'll have Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express with local news, weather, and sports. And I'll go over what's happening in Frederick for this weekend, the rest of this weekend, and dates you're going to want to keep on your calendar. And then I've got Leigh Adams from the Ausherman Family Foundation. We talked to Alexis Holland from Whistlepunk Farm, Delicatessen and Market. And we talk with Mary Ellen Poole from Frederick Business and Professional Women's Luncheon and Fashion Show. Well, that's what she's here to talk about, the Luncheon and Fashion Show as well. I had the hardest time with the name of that organization, Frederick Business and Professional Women's. I don't know why. I really did. Wait till you see the interview. All right. Haven't gotten our update for September yet, but I posted on my social. I'm going to back up here. I need a step stool in here so you guys can see. Oh, yeah. All right. We got the new Good Morning Frederick long sleeve tees. They're very lightweight. They're very soft. I love how soft these shirts are. They are available now with our fleece. We have a black zip up fleece. It's not too heavy, not too light, perfect for this time of year with the Good Morning Frederick logo right embroidered right on the chest. Those are now available at the Home of Everything Frederick. The shop opens today at 11. Please go buy the stuff because when you buy the stuff, I take the proceeds and donate it to Christmas Cash for Kids. Now, if you don't want the long sleeve t-shirt or short sleeve t-shirt or whatever, I've got the tumblers, which are great for having your morning coffee in or your soda or whatever it is you drink. And we've got stickers and magnets. So if you just basically want to make a donation, pick up a sticker or a magnet, pick up a few stickers or a few magnets and put them around, put them on your vehicles, put them on your fridges, We would love that because, again, the proceeds will go to Christmas Cash for Kids. So now through December each month, I'm donating the proceeds there. So when you buy the merch, you get something cool, and our local Christmas Cash for Kids, our local kids will get a Christmas. And that's what we love. It's going to be great this year. I cannot wait to do more with Christmas Cash for Kids. All right, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ask a friend or two to subscribe. We've stalled. We're at like 964, I think. Have not hit the 1,000 yet. But I'm going to work very hard today at my Lunch and Learn. If you are part of the Frederick Chamber and you're coming to my Lunch and Learn at 11:30 today, hopefully I can kick it up to get us to close to 1,000. I'm going to bribe people. I'll bribe you. What does it take? If you are not yet a subscriber, do me this favor. Okay, I'm going to put this up so you have the text line. If you watch the show, if you're watching right now and you have not subscribed on YouTube, text me and tell me, say, hey, I haven't subscribed yet, and tell me why. I'm just trying to figure it out. This is market research. This is what we do. Market research is asking around to get the answer, to try to figure out the solution to the problem. All right. So if you watch the show, but you have not yet subscribed, text me and let me know. And I'm going to see what I can do. I might just, I don't know. But once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to give away 5 of my long sleeve t-shirts and 1 fleece. How about that? Huh? 5 t-shirts, 1 fleece if we get to 1,000. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, and every subscriber is eligible to win. So once we get to 1,000, I will do that. 6 winners will be selected. All right, you got me. You got my money where my mouth is. I'm going to make some social. Free t-shirt and fleece. Okay. Once we get to 1,000. And if you have subscribed already, well, I so appreciate you. And I if you're wondering, hey, I subscribed because I was bribed to do it, or I was forced, or I was strong-armed, and I'm here. What the heck is this about? Well, this is a show all about Frederick. It is about the people, the community, the businesses, the nonprofits, and everything that happens in our great county. I do love this county. All right. And if you want to win, I do give away 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs each week and a Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket, which is good through June of 2025. So if you want to win those, please text the keywords in that are highlighted: Tree for Tree Trekkers and MDL for Maryland Lottery. And winners are selected each week. All right. Don't forget about our podcast. If you're in the car and you just want to listen, you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms. We do upload the podcast. We try to upload it within the day. I would love to get it up right after it's done. It takes too much time right now. Until I get my part-timer in, it'll be up within the 24-hour period. All right, let's go ahead and get this Thursday going, because the faster we get it going, the faster we get to Alive at 5. Well, a huge thank you to our show sponsor. We help you move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that whole thing easier. We Help You Move is veteran-owned. They're a huge supporter of this Frederick community. WeHelpYouMove.com. Right now, I just want to say, so Nicholas also runs Pulling for Veterans. And we're going to talk about this a little bit later. but they are getting ready to do a huge collection to take to the devastation in North Carolina, working through the American Legion here in Frederick and the American Legion in, I can't remember which city in North Carolina. But we're going to be talking more about that because we will need all of you to do what you can to help the citizens of that area. It is just unbelievable what happened in the inner part of our country. It's really kind of crazy. But we want to thank Nick. He's behind helping to make sure that runs, along with Michelle Payton, kind of her idea. And it's just taken on a life of its own. And it's moving forward quite quickly. So we're going to be really pushing because I think they want to take a load down in the next week or so. They might make a couple of runs to North Carolina. And I do believe, I know a lot of organizations are kind of gathering up and rallying up right now. And I do know that they are going to need a lot of help for weeks and months to come. But we pray for all of those people who have now been without power and maybe food and water, clean water for days now. And it's just horrifying to think of what these areas have been through. I've seen some stuff on social media, and actually some of it, I hope to God it's not actually true. I hope that it's just this, people putting stuff out there, but it sounds horrifying in parts of North Carolina and those other areas. So we pray for all of those people who have been affected by Helene. And anyway, so we're going to spend a lot of time on it in the next few days as we get more and more information about what we can do to help our fellow citizens. All right. I feel like, Chris is here. All right. We're going to get started. Well, good morning.
Good morning. There is the Queen of Frederick who makes my day brighter. Good morning, Danny. How are you?
You are so sweet. So sweet. What's happening, Chris?
Well, I know I'm a little late today. My apologies about that. I had to do some on-air stuff during Derek Hunter's show. So that's why I'm a little bit tardy, but glad to be here as always.
Nice. Well, we are so happy to have you as always.
So look, I'm going to say this, okay? I'm going to start with news that's actually good news. Well, good news for the person I'm talking about, who won the $500,000 Powerball double play. Was here in Frederick County. Super Mom, as she's called, Spirits Are Soaring. The anonymous winner won the second tier prize in the September 25th double play drawing. So how about that? Now it has me wondering, $500,000. How much will she get of that after taxes are being taken out? I wonder.
Well, I mean, probably close to half. Yeah, I think with that, you take the payout all at once. It's about, I thought it was like 42% or something.
Wow, that's a lot. So if you now see for $500,000, I'd probably just do the payments maybe and save on the taxes, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, Gail from the Maryland Lottery was on the show right after that win. So first of all, I got to say, did you know this? Frederick has been extraordinarily lucky with the lottery lately.
No, I didn't know. We have another winner.
So two people in Frederick. Well, she won, the woman who just won the 500,000, and then there is the Baltimore Ravens second chance drawings, which won. And there's a fan of the game. The fan of the game, we've had two, one from Fort Detrick, one from Frederick, where they're a fan of the game and they get $1,000 for every touchdown that the Ravens score during the game. And we've had two winners this season already.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, as Ravens fans, you're lucky because if that was a Jets lottery and you had to get touchdowns, you'd win a big nothing probably.
You'd be
Because, well,
giving money back. They'd be
yeah,
charging you on the way out.
absolutely, because we're talking about my beloved New York Jets. But wow, that's awesome. How great is Frederick? Huh? It's lucky. You know what it was. I had a few people recently who rubbed the top of my bald head for good luck. Maybe those are the ones that won. Who knows?
Maybe.
So there you go. Well, that's great. That's great to know. See, look, it pays, literally pays to be here in Frederick, huh?
I love it.
All right. So in other news, it's actually a slow news day, which I guess is good. Not too much bad news, but the Montgomery County Department of Police Collision Restriction (CRU) is investigating a fatal pedestrian collision that occurred on the evening of Monday, September 30th. The pedestrian identified as 53-year-old Dominique Mipu, I'm sorry, I know I'm mispronouncing that name, but I'm trying my best, sustained life-threatening injuries and was later pronounced dead on the scene. It's very, very sad news. You get some of these roads, especially in Montgomery County, heck, here in Frederick, are so busy. And I don't know the circumstances of that accident, but you really got to be careful when you're crossing these roads. A lot of times, and again, I'm not saying this is the case with this horrible accident. A lot of times I'm seeing people who are actually crossing the roads, just look at their cell phones. Even if they have the walk signal, it does not matter. Be vigilant, okay? We had an accident here on 40 less than a year ago where somebody died. You probably remember that. I think it was a garbage truck that hit them and killed them on 40. So just be careful when you're crossing the roads. Put your cell phone down. You really don't have to look at your cell phone while you're crossing the roads. And getting into weather, cloudy skies this morning, become partly cloudy this afternoon. Look at a high near 75. And tonight, partly cloudy skies, become overcast, low of 60. And taking a look at tomorrow for your TGIF, slight chance of a rain shower, high of 76. And tomorrow night, few clouds from time to time, slight chance of a rain shower. Tomorrow is a low of 58. And Danny, can I plug something real quick?
Of course you can.
Which is why I was on air plugging. I'm going to be over here at the and the reason why I want to plug it because it's a very important thing going on at the Elder Expo that's going to be happening today over at 1 Frederick Health Way over at the Frederick Health Village. And the reason why I want to plug it is not just the fact that I'm going to be there, so come say hello, broadcasting from 11 to 1. But I also want to plug it, Danny, because there's great information over there. When my father retired a few years ago, I had to get him set up with his Social Security and his benefits. And one thing I found, it is so hard for seniors to do that. And they'll give you help on how to do that. Also, with so many scams going around and stuff like that, you got to be wary. There'll be classes on that. Tons of vendors there, food. So it's really worth going to check that out. I was there last year for the first time doing a remote, and it was great information. So if you get a chance, they're going to be doing it from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
We interviewed them, I think, Tuesday and made sure, so that they had the caregiver conference yesterday and the Elder Expo is today. It is free. You don't have to register. You can just go by. They're expecting about 700 people to attend today. And of course, people want to stop by and see you, Chris, and say hello.
Well, and we're giving something cool over at our sponsors, Premier Dental Arts, gave us some cool stuff to give away. I'm not going to say what it is now, okay? You will get it if you come up to me. Of course, assuming we have enough. If you come up to me and say, I love Good Morning Frederick, or I love Danny Gurry. Say, I love Good Morning Frederick. And if we have them left, we'll give you that special package. Again, not going to say what it is.
Okay.
I will tell you, your dentist will love it. So there you go.
I love it. Very good. Well, we hope that'll be a good event.
Great education. Again, for those who are thinking about, you don't have to be a retiree now, but if you're thinking about retiring in the next year or two, it's great information too. So come on, stop by and say hello.
All right. What do you have any sports other than your Go Mets?
Yeah. Well, I got to keep quiet about the Mets because the Mets lost last night. Let me tell you something. It's bad enough having to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but when you have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and take guff from your partner, who I love more than anything, Bob Miller, about your team losing, it's rough. But he couldn't say a whole lot because, unfortunately, and I hate to say it, with sports, the O's were officially eliminated last night, losing 2-1 to the Royals. And
Wah,
you know,
wah.
I know this isn't a sports show, but you know, I love sports. I'm a big sports fan, and I got to say, it was tough for the Royals. They just could not muster the offense. First game they lost 1-0, and the second game last night they lost 2-1. It was rough.
Terrible when it's
Yeah, it was rough.
clutch. When it's clutch, and you got to get those, those runs.
Those big hits. But I will say one thing about, and look, I'm not happy the Royals won. I hate the Royals because they beat the Mets in the World Series in 2015. Yes, I still hold a grudge from 2015, but I will give the Royals some credit. They lost 106 games last year, and this year made the playoffs. That's a record.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty good.
unbelievable turnaround. So now, those of you who are Orioles fans, maybe you can jump on the Mets bandwagon because I hate the Yankees. So, help me root for my Mets.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Well, have a great time at the Elder Expo. Hopefully people stop out and see you there. I know you're going to be busy, and we will see you tomorrow to wrap up this week.
Good morning, Frederick, as my partner Bob Miller would say.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Take care.
Bye. All right. I want to thank him. That's awesome. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to go over what's happening in Frederick with the calendar of events that I spent probably 2 hours. And my daughter, Brody, who is helping me, spent an hour or so as well, adding events to this calendar. And let me just tell you how many things are going on here in Frederick. A lot, I can tell you. Then we got Leigh Adams from the Ausherman Family Foundation and Alexis Holland from Whistlepunk Farm, Delicatessen and Market, and Mary Ellen Poole from Frederick Business and Professional Women's Organization to talk about their luncheon and fashion show. All of that is happening right after this.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shannon Flannery beyond compare.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun, actually, that trek or treat. All right. And that is on our calendar, of course, but we're going to talk about what's happening the rest of this week and this weekend. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It's Birria Thursday at Taco Bar. They are in West Point Plaza on Route 40, right between 40 and alternate 40 at the split. Birria is slow cooked shredded beef, and it's served a variety of ways, but the most common is on tacos with melted cheese and paired with that beef broth made from the same juices you dip in your taco and eat. Oh, amazing. They offer birria tacos, queso birria, pizza birria, torta birria, birria fries, and more. Remember, this birria special is only available on Thursdays at the Taco Bar. Go to tacobar1.com for more information. All right. Well, do you know where to go if you're looking for all the events in Frederick? I certainly hope you do by now if you've been watching the show any at all. you go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and then calendar of events. And then this jumbled mess of events is going to pop up, and it is impossible to see what is happening. But here's what I can tell you. If you look today, not counting the 6 that you see, 49 more events, 73 more events on Friday, 89 more events on Saturday. It is pretty unbelievable. Sunday is the slowest day of the week so far that any event happens. There's still 50 events happening here in Frederick. But if you want to plan your day, here's the way to do it. You click on that agenda tab. You're going to get an hour by hour start to when everything happens. All right. So today, well, FCPS, you are closed. Hopefully those kiddos are enjoying a sleep in this morning. You can really enjoy the day. It's good. At least not raining, right? No, it's not raining. It's not sunny, but it's not raining out there. All right. There are a ton of things happening. Like I said, every single day. You can go on a corn maze adventure at South Mountain Creamery, which is in Middletown. They have that open today, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can, how about a free Fred Astaire dance lesson before a live at 5? If you head down to Carroll Creek, today they're doing swing, 4 o'clock, Carroll Creek Amphitheater. You can check out Fred Astaire Dance Studio and get a quick lesson, and then you can stay for happy hour. How about that? That'd be fun. And then Alive at 5. Today is the final Alive at 5 of the season. They wrap it up with my friends, the Learned Doctors. A bunch of us are going to be out there today. So please, if you come up, say hello, hang out. Mama Cone and I are going to be there. Ashley's going to be there, plus friends from everywhere. It's going to be hopefully a very, very good event. Today, you have to be 21 and up to get in, obviously. $6 cover, $6 liquor, beer, and wine, and there's free water available. There are always food trucks, and it's a ton of fun. And if you haven't been all year long, or even if you have been to a few, they are wrapping up the season for the year. You want to get there, use your tokens, and check that out. Okay, so that's Alive at 5. Tomorrow, the 9th annual Tech Frederick Games are happening in Baker Park. If you're driving by Baker Park getting ready to go to work and you're like, what the heck is out there? That's what's going on. Tech Frederick Games are happening tomorrow all day in Baker Park, right near the band shell and gazebo area. It is also Free Co-work Friday at Squad Style. The first Friday of every month, you can work for free. Go on a tour, check out Squad Style. If you're into health and fitness and you work remotely, this is a great place for you. It is a really cool space located right on Bite Drive, just at it's like Monocacy Boulevard turns into Christopher Crossing, and then there's Spring Hill Suites. They're right across the street from Spring Hill Suites and that Sheets that is there. And let's see. Also on Friday, Anastasia is playing the Way Off Broadway Theater. Friday, they're doing that tomorrow at 12:30. And you can check that out. 12:30 at Way Off Broadway Theater. You can get your tickets. You can see we have all the high school sports. The reason we've included high school sports on this calendar is it's very important for us to support our local athletics. When you go to a high school game, you are supporting the local boosters, which provide money to the athletic director and the athletes at the local school. So if you're looking for a way to support local, this is a great way to do it. Head out and visit one of your high school sports events. There is Wish is having a bingo bash brigade. Wish is that women inspiring, so supporting and helping, I think is what it's called. They are a group of women that get together that support local nonprofits. They do a lot of great stuff. They're at the Frederick Elks. That is Friday from 6 o'clock. You can win some fabulous prizes. And let's see, in person. Yep, they're supporting a great cause, and they are a 501c3. Go support them. If you'd like to play bingo, that is tomorrow, 6 p.m. at the Frederick Elks, that's a lot of fun. All right, more high school sports, which we love. We love that very much. I've also put on a lot of live music. Live music throughout Frederick is really growing. I think, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like years ago it wasn't nearly as happening as it is right now, but it is. It's great. All right, Saturday morning, get up early, head out to the Key City Foundation Oktoberfest 5K fun run. You can get that discount code if you haven't registered yet. Use GMF 5K 2024, where you can save 10% on your registration. They're a great organization. They help kids by providing lacrosse equipment and pay the fees so that kids can participate for nothing in such a great sport. Lacrosse is an amazing sport and great for kids to learn. And you can head to that. Tons of fall festivals everywhere. There are no shortage of fall festivals. You've got Brunswick Railroad Days happening this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. It's also First Saturday this weekend, so you're going to want to come to the home of everything Frederick starting at noon. We've got a free craft for kids, completely free. You can come by anytime between noon and 2 p.m. We'll all be there. Hopefully it's a great first Saturday. Take the family out, enjoy the creek while the weather is still decent, because as we move into November and December, it's going to get a little different. So enjoy the weather out there this first Saturday, and lots of great things going on with First Saturday. Actually, there is the Uptown Salsa Night in downtown Frederick from 4 to 9 p.m. All through downtown, actually, there will be merchants who have salsa tasting. And I know North Market Pop Shop is doing tastings of their habanero soda. And then they're selling the bottles half off. So if you want to try some salsa, you're going to want to hit some downtown Frederick merchants in the evening. And then there's some dancing going on. There's lessons up at the Carmack J's parking lot. And then there's a dance party from 6 to 9 up at 6th and Market, which is right near Old Mother Brewing. So that is going to be a full-on day and evening. So if you're like, oh, darn, I got stuff to do during the day, can't make anything for First Saturday, well, you can make First Saturday night for sure for the Uptown Salsa Night. All right. And then on Sunday, again, still have a couple of our markets are open. The farmers markets are starting to close, though. Many of them have stopped. And you can, of course, take the kids to the pumpkin patch. There's corn mazes. There is the autumn excursion train ride with Walkersville Southern Railroad. Take a mimosa brunch. I mean, it is a ton. There are a ton of things to do in this town. And I'm telling you, there is no shortage. So make sure you know where to go and where to recommend people go. You can post that link when people say, hey, what's happening this weekend? Just post the link to that calendar and they will be set. Things that I want you to keep on the radar coming up soon. October 26th. That is Canines on the Creek, benefits FSK Lions Club. We'd love to get them to 100 dogs participating. So if you have a dog that behaves decently around other dogs, mine does not, who likes to wear costumes, mine does not, but I might see if I can borrow somebody's dog and take them down there for that. Canines on the Creek, October 26th, 2 to 5. And then the Second Chances Road Rally is November 2nd. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, just email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. All right, let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by CK Nails, your full service nail and spa salon. They offer manicures, pedicures, facials, waxing, eyelash extensions, and more. Go to cknailsfrederick.com where you can get pricing, book your appointment, and see a full list of services. cknailsfrederick.com. They're located right on, it's really Christopher's Crossing, but it's the other end of Monocacy Boulevard. So you take Monocacy Boulevard right into the Whittier neighborhood. They are located in that little shopping center right there. All right, Leigh Adams has loved the nonprofit world since college, and most recently, she landed the role as executive director for the Ausherman Family Foundation, a role that has her working with a number of entities to make our community stronger and more vibrant. Here is Leigh. Hayward Road at Ausherman Properties and now the Ausherman Family Foundation offices. Beautiful in here. I'm with Leigh, the executive director of Ausherman Family Foundation. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, great. Good. We were just talking. I think I first met you when you were at Goodwill. So was nonprofit always your idea?
I always felt myself gravitating to nonprofit work. Like even as a kid, my family volunteered a lot. We did a lot of that kind of stuff. And then out of college, I worked for a restaurateur, and he had me doing a lot of community building with the different restaurants that he owned. And I found myself always meeting nonprofits and doing like the fundraising nights and then learning their missions and then growing and getting involved with them. And so I did that for a few years, then felt called to a nonprofit, and I worked for a local nonprofit for a number of years and kind of got the lay of the land from a nonprofit side, and then came to the foundation.
Yeah, excellent. Are you from this area originally?
I am. I was. My family was born. I was born in Germantown and came here when I was real little.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Ivesville area.
Okay, very good, very good. So you're very connected, and now especially, obviously, the Ausherman Family Foundation is kind of interspersed in a little bit of everything here in Frederick.
We keep busy.
You definitely do. What is it like to be a part of a foundation like this that you guys are really integral in a lot of things here in Frederick?
It's amazing. It's a blessing. One thing that I feel really fortunate about is I have a great team around me, staff and trustees and community advisors, and everyone really has a pulse on what's happening in the community. And it's really nice to kind of have this, high view of what's happening and who's doing what, and to be able to connect people together. And really awesome things have come out of some of the collaborative work that's happening. I mean, the nonprofit space in Frederick is very special. With how collaborative it is with government and for-profit businesses, and so it's been great.
Yeah. What is the mission for Ausherman Family Foundation?
So it's really inspiring change and building up communities, empowering the passion for change in Frederick County.
Yeah.
And so we do a lot through thriving nonprofits and superior quality of life and beautification of places.
Is there any way that Frederick can help you? Like what can the citizens of Frederick do to support what you guys are doing?
Well, I think it's really getting involved, in their community, finding out the things that they're excited about, what nonprofits are doing. Nonprofits are always in such, need for volunteers, for, resources, for board membership. We are doing a lot of community voice and figuring out what do different communities need and what solutions they're closest to the problems and the solutions, and how advocating for what things that you think make your community better. Those kind of things. Yeah.
Is there like 2 or 3 things that you can think of in like the near future that you guys already see that this is going to be, kind of the growth area for need in our community?
One of the big projects that we've been working on for a number of years now with a bunch of different community members that's really coming to a head is a downtown youth center. So we've been working closely with the city of Frederick and the county. The county has a building off of Scotty's Bus Lane that they are in the process of gifting to the city of Frederick. And we, Ausherman Family Foundation and through Ausherman Properties, are going to help renovate that building to become a downtown youth center. And what's nice about this is this really was born out of community needs assessment. We brought the community together a number of years ago through this downtown safety and services initiative that was looking at the creek, and brought a bunch of providers and residents and police, everybody together to talk about how can we make sure that the downtown area is vibrant and safe for all. And so there was a services and coordination committee which brought a lot of the human service providers together, just started talking about things that they're seeing, and one of the needs that was identified was a downtown youth center, because there was a needed for a place for kids to just go and be, and they were getting in trouble for things that really just kids are being kids, but it was it was a nuisance. So then they kind of peeled that layer back, and it's like, well, there's so much kids that are experiencing homelessness need a place to go to get food because they're not old enough to go into the food, like there's all this stuff. And so we learned of that, and then we hired a consulting firm to come in and like really study this. Like we heard that it's a need, like is it really a need, and is there capacity to this? And we do that a lot at our work, is bringing in and really drilling into something to make sure that, like, does this make sense? Do we have the capacity? So after that experience, we talked to about 120 providers, a lot of youth that were involved in this, and it came out the recommendations that yes, we did need a downtown youth center that was kind of like a hub and spokes model, where there wouldn't be like an anchor provider per se, but there'd be a lot of groups that were working in tandem together, and different organizations would come in on certain days, but it could be a place where kids could come in and kind of be navigated to other places. But just and equally as important as the youth center was a network of providers. And so we've been working for the last couple years to bring the providers together to talk about that. Like, what does that mean? So we've called it the 12 to 24 Collaborative, and we're in the process of really formalizing it. And at the end of that process, the nonprofits, the youth that serve youth in that age group, will sign a charter and be a part of this group. And the goal is that we're stronger together, looking at cross-cutting issues that are across that age, where 12 to 24, they're launching into adulthood, they're launching into all kinds of things. There's, no matter what socioeconomic background you're from as a kid, like there's always going to be something that you need help navigating.
Yes.
And so those two elements of the network and the building are something that we've been really working on. So some of the successes is a new youth council came out of the efforts of that group. And so they've been meeting for about a year now. I want to say there's 19, maybe 15 or 19 youth that are those ages that are helping to design this building, that are helping to inform programming. I would highly recommend you talk to those kids because they're amazing.
Wow, I didn't even know any of this. Yeah. That is so exciting.
It's exciting. And the really cool part is we've already raised almost $6.5 million for the project through Trone and through some bond bill initiatives. And the nice thing is the campus, so if you can envision Scotty's Bus Lane, and so it is adjacent to
that gray building.
Yeah. So the county had that for years I want to say they had there's some equipment in there.
Yeah.
And so that building, through advocacy from a lot of these nonprofit providers, will then become the center. It backs up to South End Park, which is city owned, which is in the process of being kind of revisioned. And that backs up to Burke Street, which is where kids that are under 12 go.
The Boys and Girls Club,
thank you.
Yeah.
And then across the street from that is the baseball field, which is city-owned. So now we have this youth campus that's coming together.
That's really
that
amazing.
Will be just hopefully, change the game for youth providers. And so we're very excited about how everyone has come together to make this a reality. And so we're in the fundraising goals right now to finish, get us to the point where we've raised enough to start construction. Ideally, if everything falls into place, then we would be able to have this open in maybe 2028. And so it should be. So that's a great opportunity for people to step up and get involved in things like that.
Yeah, I think just finding out about that is amazing, number one. Number two, making sure that we can support our youth, because
Yeah.
they are our community of today and tomorrow. So yeah, that's really fascinating. How exciting to be a part of that. And to bring something like that to Frederick, which I think is
timely.
really, really
Like
great.
after COVID, a lot of the youth just, all the studies show that they're in mental health crises.
Oh, for
Parents
sure.
are stressed out.
For
So
sure.
hopefully this
Well,
will
and the
be-
Mental Health Association is right there too.
Right
And
there.
so being able to provide resources, like you say, I think we have so many amazing organizations in Frederick.
Right.
And it is very collaborative. As I've talked to a lot of them meet with each other and
Yes.
say, hey, I can't, can you? And we've got this person, how can we help? And
Right.
I just think that's a phenomenal, that does make our city
and it's
stronger.
nice if a
and our
nonprofit has a reach into a certain, community.
Yep.
That there's like continuum of care for these youth. So they
Yeah.
maybe they get in somewhere, but then they're connected through all the different services that are through the nonprofit partners that are in that
Yeah.
collaborative, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's one I'm excited about.
Yes, I can see why. That would get me motivated to wake up every day, I'm sure. Do you guys have any particular goals that you really would like to achieve in the next year, 3 years, 5 years? Do you kind of look that far forward, or you're...
Yeah, we're actually about to do our own strategic planning. We do that as a foundation every couple years.
Okay.
This year, we've been adding community advisors to our committees, which has been amazing because it just helps us to have a different pulse on things. So bringing everyone together to figure out, what does it look like for our community, our needs? How do we need to pivot and change to make sure that we're addressing those? We've been so focused on the last, since the conception, I guess, of the foundation to build the capacity of our nonprofits. We do so much capacity building work, which is, strategic plans for nonprofits. Maybe it's a development plan, bringing in consultants to kind of meet them where they're at to get them to the next level. Is it board governance? Is it, back office supports and making sure their chart of accounts and all their things are, so if they can really have all that stuff together, then they can just really focus on their mission of getting things done. So again, that speaks to our mission of the superiority quality of life of our nonprofits. But a lot of that stuff. Public art is something that we're really passionate about. We've done a lot of pieces across downtown and in the county, and so finding opportunities. Public art brings people together and really is transformative in nature. So.
Yeah, well, that's excellent. Well, I think you guys have plenty on your plate and more coming. Want to thank Leigh so much. The Ausherman Family Foundation, building a better Frederick, and we love that, making a stronger community. And if you'd like more information, I'll have the website on screen. You can research more about it and maybe see if there's something here that you can help with, for sure. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. All right. Want to thank Leigh at Ausherman Family Foundation. All right. One more quick break, then we're back with Alexis Holland from Whistlepunk Farm, Delicatessen and Market, and Mary Ellen Poole from Frederick Business and Professional Women's Organization to talk about their luncheon and fashion show. All of that's coming up right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Oh, that looks like so much fun. Slinging paint. A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They also do windows and gutters and can take care of your patios and decks, whether you need anything new or something replaced. And right now, since this rain has ceased for a little bit, might be a good time to get somebody to come out and take a look at your roof, make sure everything is still good and secure before the winter starts, or maybe you've had some siding that has pulled up or something like that. Give Sandra a call. We love that she's a woman in the trades and that she has this company, A&S Construction. you can call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net, or of course, just visit them online, ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. All you got to do is tell Sandra that Good Morning Frederick sent you.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right, let's talk about who is making our market so great. Market Makers is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. And be sure to join us next Wednesday for the next edition of Local Compass. Alexis is an MBA-wielding farmer who found joy in making fresh foods, usually using locally sourced ingredients. From food truck to deli and market, she's bringing goodness every day to downtown Brunswick. Here is Alexis. 30 West Potomac Street in beautiful Brunswick. I don't spend enough time here, but now I am going to, because not only are there some amazing places like Smoketown, and we've got Boxcar Burgers is up here, but we now have Alexis and Whistle Punk. What is it? Deli?
Yeah, so here it's Whistle Punk Delicatessen and Market.
Okay, Whistle Punk Delicatessen and Market. She also owns the Whistle Punk food truck.
Yep.
And I am so excited for you that this has happened. I know it took a while.
It did.
And I think is that just like typical building out, or was that just
no?
little?
So this particular building had been sitting empty for many, many moons, and our landlords, Eric and Michelle, bought it a little over 2 years ago. And so they were renovating the entire building, and in some places it went down to the studs. They had to replace all of the plumbing, all of the electric.
Yeah.
They had to put up subwalls so that there were different suites within the building. So not only were we doing our deli renovation, but some of our renovation was also on the time scale of the larger building.
Gotcha.
So things kind of got drug out a little bit there, but it was well worth the wait. We love the space and the building, and Brunswick is amazing to us.
Yeah, so it's exciting. I keep saying to people, Brunswick reminds me of feeling that Austin, Texas has, where it's kind of quirky, but in the best positive way.
I think Brunswick has done an amazing job with trying to maintain that small town feel and really embrace these older buildings and help people, local small businesses, find funding through a number of different resources so that they can renovate these spaces and bring them back to their former glory, because you don't get buildings like this anymore. We've got almost 13-foot ceilings with amazing tile,
gorgeous,
original hardwood floors, original tongue and groove walls. You can't get that anywhere else. So.
No, you can't. Let's go back to where you started. I didn't realize it really is a farm that that's where you started.
Yeah, absolutely. Farmer. Pig farmer,
we
even.
Love our farmers. We do, for sure.
Yeah, we bought our farm in 2012, and we wanted our young children to have the ability to grow up in the country like my husband and I did, you know, be able to trek through the woods and build forts and, you know, just have that freedom to explore and to create and, you know, just find an appreciation for, you know, nature and everything. And so we found this amazing farm that happened to have a guest house on it, which was perfect because my father was moving in with us. He was aging and needed a little bit more help, and so I was going to be his caregiver as well. And soon thereafter, I think like every small farmer, we got some chickens. And for anybody that doesn't know, chickens are the gateway drug to farming.
They are. Everybody I talk to, it starts with chickens and then it's goats or something else.
There's a progression. There's definitely something to that. So if you get chickens, you will have other farm animals. But yeah, we started raising chickens for eggs and for meat, and soon thereafter we brought on some goats and recognized or realized very quickly that goats were not for us. Goats are escape artists nonstop. They would do things like they would jump the fence and then stand at the fence like, I can't get back over. And you'd let them back in, and then they jump the fence. It's like, you know, you can jump both ways if you're going to do this.
Eternal toddlers.
Oh my God. So, you know, we're like, okay, goats aren't going to be for us. They're very cute. They're very sweet. I love goats, just not on my farm. And then we started raising a very rare heritage hog. They were on the near endangered list. It was a hog that was the most popular hog actually here in America when everybody had a small farm. They call them the orchard pig. Their real name is Gloucestershire Old Spot pigs, but they're a very large lard breed. They're white and they have these black spots on them with really floppy ears that hang over their eyes, and they are docile and smart and just fantastic.
I love this, first of all, the way you're talking about the pigs in the way that I would be talking about them, more like these adorable,
delicious beings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And people would say, well, how can you, you know, raise these pigs and give them names and then, you know, butcher them? You know, how are you, but that's part of preserving the breed, is, you know, making sure that the genetic lines are good, that people are exposed to them, that they are, you know, wanting to eat them so that, you know, that popularity grows. But, you know, we always said that our hogs were the happiest pigs on the planet. They weren't kept in hog houses. They had the ability to choose if they wanted to be out in our sunny grassy field or if they wanted to go explore through the woods and eat acorns. They got to choose where they wanted to have their babies. They had, you know, a barn that they could walk into 24/7, but most of them would choose to build nests out in the woods and have their piglets out there. And so it's
How many acres do you have?
It's a small farm. We only have 12 acres.
Yeah, that's still decent. That's
but
nice.
most of it is woodlands.
Nice.
So, you know, so it, you know, gave them a lot of opportunities to explore and be pigs. So, but yeah, we started selling our meat and eggs and chickens at farm markets, and very quickly started recognizing that some people just weren't as familiar with certain cuts of pork. And so we started working with the local health department to get temporary licenses to do food demonstrations, because, you know, the best way to get people familiar with something is to help show how to make it, how to work with it, and to taste it. And we realized very quickly that if we're going to do that, we need more ingredients. And look around at the farm market. We have all these amazing farmers that have amazing seasonal foods. And so we would source our ingredients from them and build these really fun, creative things. And start recognizing that our sales would just soar through the roof anytime we did this. And so we started getting invited to do special events at, you know, farm events or cider houses or things like that. We had a lot of fun and really kind of fell in love with making food for people again. You know, when you're young and doing it, it's fun, it's exciting, but it's, you know, you kind of, you know, realize that, you know, or I realized that maybe that wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So went off to college and was pursuing my MBA, and then decided to throw it up in the air, become a farmer, and make food for people again. So here I am.
What's your MBA in?
Business.
Oh, well, good. There you go. Okay. Well, at
still
least
using
you're
it.
using it.
Yeah, still using it. Yeah.
That's very good. So fast forward, then there was the food truck that's grown, and the popularity of your food truck just with the type of food you create, it's different than everybody else. So you're not kind of, doing burgers and fries and all that sort of stuff. It's really interesting what you put together, the combinations. The food tastes amazing. It's always fresh. We were just talking today about how you prepare everything fresh. There's very little that's pre-done.
Right.
And now you've got this shop front.
Yeah.
And so where do you feel the expansion, and I can see some on the shelves already, how do you feel that the expansion is beneficial for you as well?
Well, it gives us more opportunity. We don't have to share a commercial kitchen with other folks, which anybody that's doing that understands what I'm talking about. You have to kind of schedule your time in there. It doesn't give a whole lot of flexibility. There's a lot of challenges. So for us, having everything one hub where we can work with our food truck and our deli and house all of our things in one place is just a huge convenience.
Of course.
But it's also an opportunity for us to partner with other local businesses, because our whole start was about, coordinating and working with other local small farms and small makers and bakers. And so as we continue to grow, that's always been a really important part of the equation for us. So we offer space to, local artists and local makers to be able to sell their products here.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And I do think the impact on the community here is going to continue to grow as you figure out like what you can do to continue to support and collaborate, and it's amazing. All right, so the hours for your shop front?
For our deli, we are open Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then Sundays 11 to 5.
Okay.
We are still focused on seasonal foods, and so on our large board, these are menu items that have kind of proven to be really solid sellers that we can kind of continue throughout the year. And then we do offer daily and weekly specials as well, where we're highlighting those fresh seasonal produce items that are coming from our fellow farmers.
Make sure the URL to the website is on screen. You got to come to Brunswick. You got to check it out. First of all, there's a lot of great things happening here in Brunswick, but 30 West Potomac Street, you can head into the Whistlepunk Delicatessen and Market. It is very cute in here, but you got to check out Alexis and Whistlepunk Delicatessen.
We hope you'll join us for our grand opening during Railroad Days.
Your grand opening?
The 5th and 6th from 10 to 5. We'll prizes and giveaways.
Got to come up to Railroad Days. We'll definitely be here for that.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Oh, just love her food. She gave me a turkey sandwich on the way out. It was delicious, stuffed, huge. I could only eat half. Mama Cone ate the other half, filled us up for days, basically, with that cranberry chutney or whatever she puts on it. Oh, amazing. All right. The Business and Professional Women's Club has been around since the early 1940s, and the local Frederick chapter is excited to invite you to a fashion show and luncheon to raise funds for a scholarship. Here's Mary Ellen Poole with all the details. 1 North Market Street. I am with Mary Ellen. You are with the Frederick Business
Frederick Business and Professional Women's Club.
Frederick Business. Oh, geez, Louise. I need that written down. That's why I can't be a part of the club, because I don't know, can't get the name right. All right. And how long has the organization been around?
Let's see. It goes way, way back to 1941.
Whoa.
Yes, I know.
That's awesome that there were professional women in business back then.
That's right.
Yes.
We're proud of them.
Yes, but you weren't there then, right?
No, thank you.
You just, okay.
Not even born.
No. So you are now co-chair. Co-president with
Alice Halk.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you guys each year put on a
fashion show and luncheon. And this year, it's our 44th year. Can you imagine?
No. Yeah. So where do you do this event?
This year, it's at the Red Horse Restaurant on West Patrick Street.
Yes.
And they have their restaurant on the first floor, and banquet facilities on the downstairs, and that's where we hold it.
Very nice. So tell me, how does this luncheon and fashion show work? People are in clothing, I think, from Alicia L.
That's right, and she's been very good providing clothing for, I think, this will be our 3rd year, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, her clothing is from designers from Europe and North America, and you'll always find something casual, business, cocktail, or gowns.
Oh.
She has it all.
Yes. Okay. So you have models who wear the stuff
3 times usually.
Okay.
Yes,
They
we
have
have
to do
lots of
little
models.
changes and come back out.
They sure do.
And then, are you selling the clothing as
No,
well? It's just
we're showing it.
Just showing.
But I believe sometimes we have given a discount, maybe 10% or something. I can't remember. I know that's been done in the past.
Right, if somebody wants to purchase.
Yes.
Okay, so the purpose of the luncheon is what?
We actually raise funds for scholarships for women to continue their college education. They have to have finished their first year of college in order to be eligible, and they also must live or work here in Frederick.
Oh, wow.
But they could go to college elsewhere.
Okay.
A lot of times, most of them go to Hood College right here,
Right.
Towson, the University of Maryland. One year, we even had somebody going all the way to Rutgers in New Jersey.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been
Okay,
great.
so the monies raised from this luncheon go to these scholarships.
That, and in addition, we also provide funding for local community projects, such as, but let's see, Blessings in a Backpack, where they send children home on weekends or evenings, I guess, with food.
Yes.
There was one organization that builds twin beds.
Oh, we
for
just
children.
collected for them. Sleep
you
in
did?
Heavenly Peace.
Yes,
right
thank
there.
you
We've got
so
all of our
much.
twin bedding that people have dropped off that they're going to come
Excellent.
pick up. Yeah, it's a great
Excellent.
organization.
And then we've also even had, at some of our meetings, rescue dogs.
oh,
And
wow.
helping them out because it's very
Yeah.
expensive.
It is very,
to
very
train them.
expensive. So tell me, when do you guys meet?
The 3rd Tuesday of every month,
Okay.
and we also meet at the Red Horse.
Okay, very good.
However, there's twice a year where we don't meet there. Well, one anyway. In December, we have more of a holiday social.
Oh, fun.
Either at someone's home or at a restaurant
that's
somewhere,
nice.
or a show way off Broadway.
And how many members do you guys have at this point?
Right now, probably 10 to 12. I haven't looked at that.
yeah. And can anybody join?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and you should basically live or work here in Frederick.
Right. So you have to
Yeah.
be from or live in Frederick.
Right.
And then reach out to you guys. Do you have a website? Are you on social media?
We are.
Okay.
We're on Facebook.
Okay.
And we have our own website.
Nice.
And let's see, I'm trying to think. Well, we have a monthly newsletter that we put out as well.
Oh, very nice.
And it goes to women all around the state.
Okay.
Yeah, and it has good information about, well, as an example, October, the 3rd week in October is National Businesswomen's Week.
Oh.
And that's why we always have our fashion show and luncheon in October.
Okay.
Because we want to, spotlight that professional women should be noticed and paid the same as men for doing the same jobs.
Yeah.
And, things like that.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so the luncheon and fashion show is October 12th.
Yes,
What
October
time
12th.
is that at?
Doors open at 11:30 for a little socializing. Lunch is at 12. Fashion's usually, I guess, around 1.
Okay.
Right after the lunch.
Okay, and you can purchase tickets. I heard
That they-
Alice say you have to text her number
Yes.
to get a ticket.
And
so.
I do have her number.
All right.
So you would text Alice Hauk at 240-750-4307 by Friday, this Friday, October 4th.
Okay.
And
okay.
tickets are $50.
Okay.
Which covers the luncheon, the show, and we also have door prizes, lots of door prizes.
Oh, fun.
We have raffles, and we also, or a silent auction, I should correct that.
Yeah.
And we have a vendor or two usually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's set up in there as
Yes.
well. That's excellent. All right. Well, this all supports professional women working here in Frederick, in and around. So if you'd like to head to the luncheon and fashion show, I'll make sure that phone number is on screen, as well as the website and social media, so you can find out more about this organization that's been around for quite a while and hopefully will be around for quite a while more. Thank you guys so much for watching. All right. Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. You can enjoy that. Text that number. All right. Coming up tomorrow, do-gooder Carol Sapienza. Oh my gosh, I had a great conversation with her. Marilyn Herbert from Walk to End Alzheimer's. Holly Shore from Goodwill Industries of Monocacy Valley. And our CTC students, the media, TV and media students, have submitted their next video, which is Farm to School, which I am excited to stream tomorrow. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick, please. Have an amazing day. If you're going to the Chambers Lunch and Learn, I'll see you soon. Let's get out there. Let's be great, Frederick.